I got nothing. Alright, let's talk about that. Today I have nothing for you. I have nothing planned. I've got a billion ideas in my head, but none of them can I execute on well enough for me to want to put them out in the world. I just don't have anything prepared for today. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And yes, I know that there's a certain member of the audience that's going to tell me that this is exactly what we were trying to avoid. That's why we came up with a plan. But things come up and the plan has not been able to be implemented the way that either of us wanted it to. You know, coming up with original content isn't the easiest thing in the world to do. You can just turn on the recording device and blather on, but you want to make it interesting. You want to make it something that people actually want to pay attention to. That's why shows hire writers. That's 12 or 13 guys working on one show with between a half hour and an hour, and they work 7 days a week trying to come up with interesting content for that particular show. I just have me. And like I said, it's not that I don't have any ideas. I have ideas, but I can't execute them to the level that I want to execute them. I think the ideas deserve better than what I can produce today. Believe me, I really wish that wasn't the case. I wish I could just bang it out and have it work wonderfully, but that's not going to happen. These things take time and effort. I could talk about whatever's happening in the news today, but that's really not what this project is about. It's about transforming oneself. And so far I've talked a lot about how I'm transforming myself and not so much how you can transform yourself, but I'm going to be fixing that in the near future. That's one of those ideas in my head that I can't produce well today. Because I really do want to be inspiring and have people transform with me and change their lives like I'm changing my life. But it isn't easy. In order to change, you have to shift your momentum from doing what you've been doing to doing something else. And that's a difficult task for anybody. And that requires dedication and discipline. It requires you to do things past the point where you want to do them. You know that great mood you were in when you decided, I'm going to change my life and things are going to be different from here on out? Well, that moment fades, and so does that motivation, that strong will. And you're going to have to be dedicated and disciplined in order to get the results that you wanted in that moment. You're going to have to look at yourself and tell yourself to get up off the couch and do that thing that you don't want to do at that moment. Because otherwise you're not going to change. Because if you don't, you're going to stay the same. Because if you don't, you're not going to change. And that means missing out on all the benefits that you were so excited about having when you first decided to make that change. All the things that you saw in the future that were going to be great about that moment once you changed, you're not going to get those if you're not disciplined about doing the things that make the change. So that's what I'm here doing right now. I am making the video. I am being disciplined. It may not be the greatest video in the world, but I'm making it. I'm making the change that I want to do. Just like when I get up at 5 in the morning in order to go run. Okay, meander. I do that because I want the change to happen. And believe me, at 5 in the morning, going outside and running is the last thing I want to do. But I have to do it because I want there to be the change. If truth be told, I really don't want to be in front of the camera. I'm not one of the, quote, pretty people that belong in front of the camera, at least not in my opinion. I would much rather be behind the camera directing and editing and doing all that other stuff. But in order to do that, I need an actor to direct or content to do all that other stuff with. So I work with what I have. I have me, and I have my camera, and I have my editing stuff, and this is what I can do right now. I could do much more if I had actors and a budget. But what I have is a 10-year-old camera, a busted tripod, and this room. And I don't even have this room. When I'm done, I have to take this backdrop down and make things look presentable. And I got about 12 square feet of space to work with. But I want change in my life, and that means working with what I have until I can get what I want. It means doing the thing even when you feel like you have nothing left in the tank to give. Because you know you have it. Somewhere. Inside of you. You have that thing. It's not always easy to find. But it's there. The power to make a difference in your life and the lives of others. You have that power. The results may not always be the results you want them to be, but if you're disciplined about it, you will create change in your life and the lives of others. So if you're unhappy with something in your life, decide to make that change and be disciplined about it. Otherwise, you're not going to get any results because you're not doing anything. Positive thinking alone can't change your life. It may change how you feel about your life, but it won't make change in your life. That requires taking action. Not to discount positive thinking. You have to have positive thinking in order to think that you have enough agency to make change in your life in the first place. But just thinking isn't enough. You have to take action. So be disciplined and keep taking action, and the change will come. Maybe not immediately, maybe not as soon as you want, but change will come. All right, I've rambled on long enough for today. Be sure to share this video and help it find a bigger audience. Don't forget to subscribe, click like, and otherwise follow me on the social medias so you don't miss out on what comes next. Take a whirl in answering the question of the day behind me. I'll be back Tuesday with a brand new video. Stick with me, Rebels. We can do this.